Hello, my name is John. Welcome to Spare Time at Home. We're going to be doing a class called Strength and Cardio Instructional Series. Ready? Let's get started. Welcome to the Strength and Cardio Instructional Series. This will include 8 workouts. The first one is going to be a cardio HIIT training. The second one will be a leg strength training. The third one will be a boxing drill oriented workout. The fourth one will be abs and core. The fifth one will be an upper body strength and conditioning. The sixth one will include a glute burnout. The seventh will be a towel oriented, primarily in planks and core. The eighth one will be another glute burnout. Welcome to workout number 1. It comes in 3 parts. So the first part we're going to focus on, it's a AMRAP, or as many rounds as possible. So go at your own pace. We're going to be doing this at 15 minutes is the time limit. So go through as many rounds as you can within that 15 minutes. There's going to be 4 movements equaling 100 reps total. So the first 50 are going to be jumping jacks. So just your typical jumping jack, starting at your both hands and feet together, coming up top. Set a good pace. You're going to be doing 50 of these. This is to get the heart rate up, so warm up your whole body to go into the last 3, which are more specific movements. So the second movement is going to be your squats. So a typical body weight squat here, so keeping your feet about hip width apart. The main muscle mover in this movement is going to be your glutes, so make sure you activate that at the bottom of the squat, keeping your weight in your heels. So coming down, activate the glutes, coming all the way up, standing fully upright. We're going to be doing 20 of these. Awesome. The last 2 is going to be sit-ups and push-ups. So go ahead and lie fully on your back. Keep your feet on the ground, so flat on the ground. If you can't come up all the way into a sit-up, go ahead and just reach for the ceiling, bringing your shoulders off the ground. That'll activate the abs almost as good as the full sit-up. So first one here, if you can't get all the way up, just raise the shoulders off the ground, and then here's the full sit-up here, touching your elbows to your knees. That's 20 reps of that. Then we're going to switch over to your push-ups. Make sure your core is activated. We want to keep our hands right underneath our shoulders, and don't lock out your knees. That'll restrict blood flow. This is going to be a chest and tricep mover exercise. Hands should be about shoulder width apart. Keep those elbows tucked in. That'll primarily focus on the chest. And we're doing 10 reps of that. So 50 jumping jacks, 20 squats, 20 sit-ups, and 10 push-ups, repeated for 15 minutes. Go at your own pace. This is a killer warm-up. All right, this is part 2 of workout number 1. We're going to be doing 2 movements. This is, again, to keep the heart rate up. So we're going to be doing burpees, and we're going to be doing a variation of the plank, focusing on the obliques and the abdominals. So the first move, burpees, is a complex movement. It comes in 3 parts. So the first one we're going to do is the squat down to the push-up. So make sure you keep your back flat, your core engaged. Make sure that spine is protected by engaging those shoulders and the core. Squatting down, you can either step back or you can jump back into that push-up position. Make sure you go down into that push-up. If you're not comfortable or can't do a push-up yet, that's fine. Just go ahead and go down into this plank and then return back up into the squat position. From here, you can either do 2 things. You can either do a jump or you can do a heel lift. So I'll demonstrate the heel lift first. So you're just going to be coming up onto your toes and then back down, or you can do the jump. So I tell people to jump from the squat. So as you're coming out of the plank, you come into the jump, land softly on your toes, back into the heels, and then you return back into that position. Each of those burpees you're going to be doing 10 times. The second movement in the second part of workout number 1 is going to be plank, and we're going to be tapping our shoulders. So we're going to get down into the plank position here. Hands underneath your shoulders, core engaged. Go ahead and do a slightly wider stance that you would normally, just to create that base. And we're going to be tapping our opposite shoulder. So tapping the right hand to the left shoulder, left hand to the right. Try not to rock the hips side to side as you go. Try to lock them in as tight as you can. All right, total of 20 times in those plank taps. So burpees, we're going to be doing 10 of those. And then the plank shoulder taps, 20. Go ahead and repeat that for 10 minutes. Go as fast or as slow as you can. If you need little breaks, that's fine. Just try to keep that heart rate up. All right, this is the third part of workout number 1. We're going to be focusing on abs for this one. So 4 movements, each 30 seconds long. We're going to be repeating this for 5 minutes. So go ahead and do this all the way through 3 times. So we're going to be doing the first one, flutter kicks. So back on your back here. You can put your hands underneath your hips to save your spine a little bit. That'll take some of the tension off of your low back. You can put it out to the side, whichever is most comfortable. Keep your legs straight, and we're going to be doing this for 30 seconds, fluttering up and down, staying nice and low to the ground as possible. Legs straight, core engaged. Keep those abs engaged the entire time. 30 seconds of this, and we're going to hop up onto our hands here. Fingertips are going to be facing our hips. We're going to be keeping our feet and knees together as much as possible. We're going to be bringing our knees to our chest and then extending those legs as far as you can. So bring knees to chest, extend out, back up, extend out for 30 seconds, rock back and forth. You can move your shoulders to account for the weight, extend it out, and back in as far as you can. All right, 30 seconds of that. Then we're going to drop down to our elbows here. Extending those legs out. We're going to start off in the wide position here, as wide as you can go. Keep nice and low, a few inches off the ground. Legs are going to be extended. We're going to go over, right over left, left over right. 30 seconds, keep those knees extended. Keep a strong core. And don't forget to breathe. All right, and the last movement we're going to be doing is circles. So we're going to be doing this for 30 seconds, but we're going to be switching directions from clockwise to counterclockwise 15 seconds in. So all the way on your back, hands out to the side for stabilization, legs together, keep the knees as straight as you can. We're going to be doing nice and wide circles. So the first 15 seconds, nice wide circles clockwise. And then once you get to 15 seconds, switch the other direction. Nice wide circles. You can rock your hips slightly. Shoulders should not come off the ground. All right, and that completes the third part of a 3-part workout number 1. For that third part, it's going to be 3 times through, 30 seconds per exercise. Good luck. Welcome to workout number 2. This is going to be 2 parts. So the first part is going to be a leg resistance movement. So we're going to be doing 3 rounds, 2 to 3 rounds of this set. 3 movements. The first movement is going to be an anchored split squat. You'll start off at the bottom here with your knees at 90-degree angles. You can use the chair as an anchor to stabilize during this movement. Make sure you are focusing on your glutes and your quads throughout this movement. We're going to be coming up and coming right back down, slightly touching the ground. At the bottom, you can put a pillow or a towel, something soft to land your knee on. We're going to be doing 12 to 15 reps of this, and you're going to switch to the other side. Make sure you start out at the bottom to get those 90-degree angles. Stay as upright as possible throughout the entire exercise. Focus on your glutes and your quads, front of your thigh throughout the entire exercise. Second movement we're going to do is going to be a body squat. We're going to add a triple pulse in it as well. So at the bottom, you're going to do 3 mini squats. All right, so at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, stay back on your heels as much as possible. Use the glutes to stabilize and pop your way back up to the full upright position. So 1, 2, 3, and back up. That's going to be 12 to 15 times again. The last one, we're going to be using dumbbells for the deadlifts. So go ahead and keep your legs nice and straight. Don't lock them out fully. Keep a slight knee bend as you come down in this exercise. Keep the shoulders back, core engaged. Run the dumbbells along the front of your legs here to about mid-shin and come right back up using the glutes and the hamstrings to pull yourself up upright. That completes the first part of workout number 2. Go ahead and do that 2 to 3 sets all the way through all 3 exercises. This is part 2 of workout number 2. We're going to be doing 2 parts to this set, 2 exercises. The first exercise is going to be a dumbbell clean and press. So we're going to start off holding our dumbbells at the upright position. Feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to be bending down to a deadlift. And then coming back up. As we come up, bring those weights to underneath your chin, right in front of you, palms facing each other. Come down to that squat, and as you come up from the squat, raise those dumbbells over your head. Coming all the way back down into that deadlift. Coming up, dumbbells under the chin, squat and press. Nice and slow, or as fast as you need. 12 to 15 of these. After you complete that, we're going to be doing some side shuffles here. So starting off in the middle here, we're going to start in a low squat form here. Keep your knees inside of or outside of your big toe the entire time. Side to the right and back. Keep a strong core here. A lot of times what will happen is your back will start to arch, causing some discomfort in your low back. So keep that core engaged to prevent that from happening. We're going to be doing 12 to 15 steps of this. Keep those knees nice and wide outside of your big toe. That completes part 2 of workout number 2. That's 2 exercises. Go through it 2 to 3 sets. Good luck. This is workout number 3. It's going to be boxing drills. It's going to be 2 parts. The first part we're going to be doing is each exercise will be 60 seconds long, and then move on to the next exercise. First exercise, starting off in your starting position, feet at a offset, and your fists are going to be up at your chin. We're going to be doing a right, left jab for 60 seconds. Make sure to keep your core tight and go as fast or as slow as you can. You have 60 seconds to complete it. The next one is going to be a right-left uppercut. So we're going to be doing right, left, and then right uppercut. Then reset, right, left, right uppercut. We're going to be repeating that for 60 seconds. The next one is going to be right, left, right uppercut, left uppercut, and then coming back to the middle. Right, left, left. Repeat that for 60 seconds, and then after that, we're going to be concluding it with either a 2-minute jog in place, or you can go about 100 meters of a jog. And then repeating that, that completes the part 1, each 60 seconds, and then a 2-minute run at the end. All right, this is part 2 of workout number 3. We're going to be doing the same stance, so 60 seconds each exercise. So offset feet, hands up at the chin. We're going to be doing the first set again with the right, left jab. We're going to be doing that for 60 seconds. And we're going to do for the second exercise, starting off with the original position, we're going to be doing right, left, and then right duck. Right, left, right duck. The third exercise is going to be right jab, right duck, and then back to the start. All right, and then that completes the third exercise. Do a 100-meter lap or 2-minute jog in place. So 4 exercises, 3 boxing drills, and then a 2-minute run at the end. All of the boxing drills are going to be 60 seconds. That concludes workout number 3, the first part and the second part. Go ahead and repeat those for 2 to 3 times. All right, welcome to workout number 4. This is going to be primarily focusing on abs and your core. It's going to be 2 parts. The first part is going to include 4 exercises. We're going to repeat that for 2 to 3 sets. First exercise is leg lowering. We're going to be doing that 12 to 15 times. Hands underneath the hips to help your lower back. Keep those legs straight. All right, the second movement is going to be Russian twist. You can add weight or just do it without any. We're going to be keeping our heels on the ground. We're going to be rotating our shoulders over our hips, touching the ground on either side. And just a tip on that one, try to keep your core tight. That one is going to be going for a total of 30, so 15 on each side. We're going to be doing the side plank for the next one. If you want, you can get a pad underneath your elbow. We're going to be raising 15 times one direction and 15 times the other. All right, and 15 times the other direction. Make sure to keep your straight line between your heels and your shoulders the entire time. All right, the next one is going to be mountain climbers. We're going to be doing this for 60 seconds. So you can go to a wall or a chair or anything sturdy enough for you, and we're going to be keeping our back flat, raising our knees one at a time to our chest for 60 seconds. That completes the first part of workout number 4. Do that for 2 to 3 sets. This is part 2 of workout number 4. There's going to be 4 exercises. The first 3 are going to be 12 to 15 reps each. The second one, or the last one, is going to be 60 seconds in total. Do that 2 to 3 sets all the way through. First one is going to be a crunch. We're going to be started off fully extended, both arms and legs. We're going to come up into a crunch. Second exercise is going to be a plank to toe touch. We're going to be doing, starting off in the plank, go up to a pike position or the yoga pose, downward dog, touch your toe, and then come back to the plank. That was the plank to toe touch. Did a total of 30, so 15 on each side. The last movement is going to be the bicycle crunch. This one is 60 seconds in totality. Go ahead and just pick your own pace. Go at your own pace and knock this one out. Cup your hands around your ears. Bring your elbow to your knee and switch. That completes workout part 2 of workout number 4. Go ahead and do that 2 to 3 sets through. Welcome to workout number 5. This is going to be primarily the upper body strength routine. So we're going to start off with the first part of it. There's going to be 2 parts to this. So first part is going to be push movements. So we're going to be using 10-pound dumbbells just for the demonstration. Go with what's comfortable to you. You should be able to get 12 to 15 reps into each exercise. So go with a weight that's comfortable for you. First movement is going to be a shoulder press. So we're going to be coming right underneath our chin here with the dumbbells, pushing upwards and coming back down. Make sure you do a slight knee bend in the knees. Keep your core tight so we don't arch our back at the top. Pressing all the way above our head and back down. Go ahead and do 12 to 15 right here. All right, the next movement is going to be a military push-up. So we're going to be going close grip right about shoulder width apart with our hands. Make sure you don't lock out your knees and keep your core engaged the entire time. We'll do 12 to 15 of these, all the way down, all the way up. Make sure you press with the chest. Keep the elbows close to your torso. All right, total of 12 to 15 of that. And then the last movement we're going to do is a bent over tricep extension. I'm going to demonstrate both arms at the same time. You can use a bench or a chair or couch, whatever to stabilize one side as you are bent over, but I'll demonstrate both hands at the same time for this one. So keep your shoulders back, core engaged so that back remains flat. Elbows are coming into the side of your body. We're going to be extending back and slowly coming back down. Notice how the elbows do not move. All right, so 12 to 15 of those as well. That completes the first part of the workout number 5. Go ahead and do each set of 3 exercises 3 times, 2 to 3 times. Each exercise is going to be 12 to 15. Welcome to part 2 of workout number 5. That's going to be 3 exercises. We're going to be doing 12 to 15 reps of each exercise. First one is going to be a bent over row. I'm going to be using dumbbells here. Pick a good weight for you that you're going to be able to get through 12 to 15 reps of each. This is going to be primarily working on the mid traps and the rhomboids. So we're going to be going into a bent over position here. Keep your shoulders back and your core engaged to keep that spine nice and flat. We're going to be pulling up, pinching the shoulder blades at the top, keeping those elbows nice and tight, and coming slowly back down. All right, make sure to keep those shoulders back and the core engaged to reduce any stress on the spine. That's the first movement. We're going to be doing 12 to 15 of that. The next one is going to be your basic bicep curl. So go ahead and stand, knees slightly bent. Going to be bringing the curl up to our shoulders. This is primarily working our biceps. Slowly back down, coming right back up, and back down. Make sure to keep your shoulders back as well. Nice straight spine. Straight spine reduces any type of injury involved in this. The next movement, going to be using an elastic band over here. We're going to be lying flat on our back and pulling down in a pull-up position here. So arms are going to be out to the side, keeping a nice and tight core so we don't arch the back. 12 to 15 of these. Nice and slow and controlled movements. Notice how I'm keeping my arms in a lateral position, not letting them fall forward or in front of me. This is going to be working our traps and our lats. 12 to 15 of those. And that completes the part 2 of the workout number 5. Each set includes those 3 exercises repeated 2 to 3 times. So 2 to 3 sets, each exercise 12 to 15 reps. Welcome to workout number 6. This includes only one part. We're going to be doing 4 exercises. Each exercise is going to be 20 to 30 reps, and we'll go through each exercise once and repeat all the way through for 2 to 3 sets. All right, first exercise we're going to be doing is good mornings. So we're going to keep a slightly knee bent position with our legs and keep the spine nice and straight, shoulders back, core locked in. We're going to be doing a bend forward and back up. Notice how my legs are slightly bent here. Make sure you don't come down too far so that your back starts rounding out. Anything past here, the back starts rounding, so make sure you keep those shoulders back. Fully extend at the top. Do 20 to 30 of those. The next exercise is going to be a side lunge. So we're going to start off in the middle. Keep an upright position the entire time. We're going to be stepping off to the right here. Make sure that foot stays perpendicular to your stance here. We're going to be coming down, keeping the weight on the heel, coming right back up to the center. Stepping out again to the left this time, perpendicular foot, coming back down. You can raise the toe up as you come down, but make sure that heel holds most of the weight and that knee doesn't come too far forward. Coming down as far as you can, coming back up. We're going to be repeating this 20 to 30 times. Awesome. The next one we're going to be doing is a wide squat, and we're going to add a double pulse at the bottom. So wide stance, feet pointed slightly outwards. We're going to be going down into a deep squat, keeping the weight on our heels. We're going to do a double pulse and come right back up. All right, so wide stance, weight in the heels. Stay as upright as you can and come right back up. All right, so 20 to 30 of those. And the last one we're going to do is a curtsy lunge. Watch out for your balance here. You might want to hold on to something like the back of a couch or a chair. We're going to be placing our foot behind and slightly to the left. So right foot is going to go to the left side, slightly behind. We're going to be coming down. We're going to triple pulse at the bottom and come back up. Awesome job. That knee should come right behind your ankle. So as you come down, knee coming right behind your ankle. To 30 times. So on this one, where it is one side or the other, make sure that you're doing 15 on each side, so 30 total. That completes the only set of workout number 6. Go ahead and do all 4 exercises through and then repeat for 2 to 3 sets. That's going to be 20 to 30 reps each. Welcome to workout number 7. This is going to be primarily focused on your core and your abs. So we're going to be actually using 2 plates, but you can use paper plates or 2 separate towels because we are going to be separating the legs, so they're going to be doing individual things. So grab 2 paper plates or 2 towels on a hard surface, and we're going to be using those for the entire workout here. So the first movement is going to be mountain climber. Second movement is going to be a plank variation. The third movement is going to be a lateral plank variation. Then the last one, I call it the bird dog. I'll explain those later. It's going to be 4 movements for the entire workout number 7. All right, so the first movement is going to be mountain climbers. We're going to add a twist in there literally. So go ahead and place your toes on the center of the plates or the towels. Make sure you engage your core. Keep your hands directly underneath your shoulders. We're going to be bringing the right knee to the left elbow and then bringing the left knee to the right elbow. Bringing it all across your body, twisting those hips, engaging that core, and that's it. Make sure you repeat that for 20 to 30 times. So if you do a total of 20, that means 10 on one side, 10 on the other, 30, 15 on one side, 15 on the other. The next one we're going to do is a plank pike. So we're going to keep our legs straight. You can do a wider stance to make sure you get a little bit more height. We're going to be coming into a pike position here and then slowly lowering back down into that plank position. The original stance, make sure that your hips, shoulders, and heels are all lined up. All right, so make sure you do that for 20 to 30 reps. The next one is going to be a lateral leg swing. The goal with this one is to focus on the lateral portions of your body here. So our obliques and the frontal plane of the core. So make sure you keep the body nice and straight and just move the legs. I'll demonstrate that now. So notice how my core and my spine is not moving, just the leg, nice and straight, as far as you can go. All right, so 20 to 30 there. Again, split the reps in half, right to left. So if you do a total of 30, it's going to be 15 on each leg. All right, the last one we're going to do is the bird dog. So we're going to get into a position with our hands and knees. I would recommend putting something underneath your knees to save them for later. Make sure your knees are directly underneath your hips, hands are directly underneath your shoulders. We're going to be sliding out the right leg and extending the left arm. Maintain a neutral spine the entire time. Alternate, so left leg, right arm. Nice and slow and controlled. Make sure those hips don't rock. Maintain a neutral core engaged the entire time. And again, 20 to 30, 15 on each side. That completes workout number 7. Make sure you do all 4 of those movements back to back. Take a little bit of rest and then go through it 2 or 3 more times. Good luck. Welcome to workout number 8. This is going to be primarily focused on the glutes. The first part is going to be a glute burnout. The second part is going to be focused on glute resistance training. So we're going to be focusing on the first part of this workout. There's going to be 4 exercises. We'll do them each 15 to 20 times and then repeat for 2 to 3 sets. So the first movement we're going to do is a squat, double pulse hold. So what that means is we're going to be starting off with our feet about hip width apart. Go into a low squat, keeping the weight on the heels. Keep your upper body as upright as you can. We're going to be doing a double squat, double pulse at the bottom, hold for 1, 2, 3, and then come right back up. So 1, 2, hold, 2, 3, up. All right, it's a lot of counting involved, but I think you got it. After the first few times through, you'll get the hang of it. Next movement is going to be a jump squat. So if you aren't feeling comfortable with actual jumping, go ahead and just raise up onto your toes, lifting the heels off the ground. So normal stance with this squat, we're going to be coming down into the squat, jumping, coming back to the ground, landing softly on our toes. So landing on your toes, coming back to the heels, keeping the weight in the heels all the way down to that low squat, where your thighs are parallel to the ground, coming up into that jump and back down. What the heel lift is going to look like is just coming down to that squat, coming up, and coming back down. Awesome. The third movement we're going to be doing is squat kicks. So a lot of squats in this. You'll be feeling it later. Thank me later. All right. The last one third one, we're going to be going down into that squat. We're going to be kicking back. So try to keep that leg straight as you kick back. Don't rotate the hips either. So a lot of times what happens is when we kick, we want to rotate that hip outwards. So keep the hips nice and straight forward. Same thing with your shoulders. So squatting down, out, and then back. If you want to grab a chair or a couch to hold on to in front of you, just so you can maintain balance, that's perfect. The main purpose of this is just to get a little bit more glute activation in the kick backwards. All right, so that's where you should be feeling it primarily. We're going to be doing 15 to 20 of those. The last one we're going to do is going to be a mountain climber hold. So we're going to be coming down to the ground. You can also do this holding onto a wall in a standing position, but I'll demonstrate on the ground for now. We're going to do a bringing the knee to the chest, coming back out. Keep that core engaged. The hips should be nice and low. Try not to let them raise. And then what I want you to do is every 5, go ahead and hold the knee up into the air. So I'll demonstrate what that looks like. 3 seconds. Alternating sides. All right, and that completes the fourth movement. So 4 movements, go all the way through once, 15 to 20 each, and then repeat that for 2 to 3 sets. All right, this is part 2 of workout number 8. This is going to be the glute resistance. You won't need any weights, but you can add them. I'll explain how as we go through the movements. First movement is going to be the glute thruster. So we're going to be on the ground here. Each set we're going to be doing 15 to 20. So if you want to add weight, just keep in mind that might affect how you'll be able to do the exercise. Make sure you place your feet flat on the ground. We're going to be raising our hips up, full extension, knee, hips, and shoulders all in alignment, and coming right back down. Coming up, back down, up, and back down. Make sure you activate the glutes at the top, full extension, so the body is nice and flat all the way from your knees to your shoulders. You can add weight by placing it on top of your hips to make it a little bit more challenging, or you can slow down the movement on the return trip down, you can slow down the movement. That'll make it a little bit more challenging. Second movement we're going to be doing is a bird dog. We're going to add a kickback. So hands right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. We're going to be primarily activating the glutes and the core in this exercise. So kick back your left knee. Make sure you don't rotate the hip outwards. Try to keep those hips nice and straight. Just kicking back the knee, activating the glute at the top, and alternating. Make sure to keep those hips nice and solid. Don't let them twist or rock side to side. Keep that core engaged to help everything. If you want to add in an alternating hand, you can extend out, make it a little bit more challenging. Make sure you get full extension either way. The next exercise we're going to be doing is a hamstring curl. So you're gonna be lying flat on your stomach. You can also do this on the couch as well, with your legs hanging off to give a little bit more of a mobility in the exercise. So we're gonna be laying on our stomach here. And you can do this both together or separately, but you're going to be bringing those hamstrings all the way up and back down. So you're going to be curling the hamstrings here. If you have the weighted straps that you can put on your ankles, you can do that, make it a little bit more challenging. You will start to feel it. Make sure you go all the way straight through the curl, all the way through, and slowly lower on the return trip. The last movement we're going to be doing is a lateral swing of the bird dog here. So we did the kickback, and we're going to be doing just a reach out to the side. So laterally swing your leg out to the side and then back down on the other side. Make sure you don't open up that hip too much, because that way you'll be focusing on other muscles rather than the glutes, which is the primary goal of this exercise. So make sure you rotate out and back in. You'll start to feel that in your gluteus minimus. $15 to $20 total, so just split it up between both sides. That completes the second part of workout number 8. Make sure you go through the whole thing 2 to 3 times of all of those 4 exercises, making sure you hit each rep about 20 to 30 times. Good luck.